DJ Metal Craig of Craig's Metal Storm here. I have one of the members of Cloak with me today. Hey, how's it going? And would you like to introduce yourself and what position you do in the band?
Hey, yeah, I'm doing well. My name is Scott Taysom. I do vocals and play guitar in the band Cloak.
Please go back in the history of Cloak and how the band all got started.
Yeah, me and Sean formed it in 2013. It was just something that we thought of and something that we've been wanting to do for a while. And we got Max in the mix. Met him from a mutual friend who was sort of toying with playing bass with us at the time. That bassist never solidified his position in the band, so we got our mutual friend Matt Scott to play bass. We took about a little hiatus after some jamming in 2013, and then really got going in 2015. And for 2 years, we spent time writing an album, and that album became To Venomous Depths, which is the debut that came out in 2017. Went through some little lineup changes where we replaced the bassist. We have Billy, who's in the band now. We released Burning Dawn in 2019, and then here we are today. We're releasing Black Flame Eternal on Friday, May 26th.
Cool, man. And just so you know, I'd like you to go, let's talk the lineup that's current and what instruments they play.
The lineup, you said?
Yeah, the current lineup, what instruments they do.
Yeah, so it's me on guitar and vocals, obviously, Max Brigham on guitar, Sean Bruno on drums, and Billy Robinson on bass.
How did you guys come up with the Cloak band logo?
Uh,
Who
the
was the
logo
artist used to design it?
Yeah, the logo was something that had changed over the years. We had a couple different ones, some different sketches that Sean drew in the beginning. Each release up until the Burning Dawn actually had a different logo on it slightly. And we kind of chose the one that we stuck with today in 2019. To be totally honest, I just Googled metal logos on either Facebook or one of the social media platforms because I was fed up. I really needed to get a new logo that we were happy with. We'd been searching for a while, and I randomly found a guy. His name is escaping me right now, but we went through a couple trial and error sketches, and he got it down, and then I sort of digitized it and cleaned it up a little bit, and there you have it.
Right on. And just so you know, before we get into the talk about the new album a bit, I want to let you know I jammed the album thanks to Will and Seasons of Mist, who set us up with this interview today. And the new album is absolutely kick ass and amazing.
Awesome, thank you.
How did you guys come up with the album name for Black Flame Eternal?
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. That was actually the name of a solo project that I was working on during 2020 when we obviously had some downtime. And it was more classic black metal sounding, more early, Norwegian stuff like Gorgoroth and stuff like that. It's just something I was toying with. And the name for that project was Black Flame Eternal. And the name for the Cloak record at the time, the working title had been Ethereal Fire for a little bit, which is the opening track on the new record. But we just had a discussion one night, and we were saying we felt like I kind of threw it out there and just said, what if we call it Black Flame Eternal? It's sort of a cool title. We could at least call a song that. And then everyone agreed that that's a better title. It has 3 words like the rest of our albums. It's more, has more punch to it, has a ring to it. So yeah, that's how we came up with the name. It was actually a solo project I was working on. And one of my solo project songs actually was a song that became The Holy Dark because we figured it was too good of a song to just kind of not use for Cloak. And we rewrote parts of it a little bit and cleaned it up. And then, so that song became our most popular single actually, which is pretty surprising.
Right on, man. How did you guys come up with Black Flame Eternal cover art?
We knew we wanted to have a centerpiece, strong visual concept in the center of the album cover. And Jordan Barlow was someone that I had my eye on for a little bit. He did the 1349 cover, which I liked a lot. He had done Goat Horror, he had done High on Fire, and countless others. And he had an eye for the occult. He studied it, and it was, so I felt a connection to where his mind could go while doing this cover, and pretty flawless if you ask me. I'm really, really proud and happy of that cover.
Right on, man. And just so you know, I looked up the cover on Metal Archive's website, which is a site I look at to see artworks, and the art is absolutely sick and amazing. Part of my coughing in places. I have lung damage to my lungs from a mold in an old apartment.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What are the themes and concepts behind my two favorite songs off the album? Were Inviction and Heavenless.
Yeah, so Invictus, it's Latin for unconquerable and invincible. What was the question behind the songs?
Themes and concepts, as in
Uh,
lyrical themes and
well,
concepts.
like I said, Invictus means unconquerable, so you can kind of decipher what that song's about. It's about self-empowerment, uh, self-realization, self-deification, and it's about carving your own path through a world that typically tries to hold you back and tie you down with human concepts and human morals and human laws. I think it's about breaking free from those things. Heavenless is sort of a dreamscape song. It's just something that I kind of came up with the lyrics in a sort of meditative trance-like state. I let it flow out naturally. And yeah, that one's more of a flow through sort of a dreamscape. I mean, the lyrics are pretty straightforward in that one. There's not a set story really. It's more of like an atmosphere and an interlude of a song, clearly because it's all acoustic and clean vocals.
And just so you know, the clean vocals have a bit of gothic influence to them on that song Heavenless.
Say that again.
I said your clean vocals on the song Heavenless have a bit of gothic style to them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I experiment with clean style like that, basically in all of our albums, but this one especially, I experimented more with clean vocals.
Okay, I'm actually a vocalist myself. That's how I can pick up these little tidbits and details.
Right.
My band has been on an 18-year hiatus, trying to get it back going. I've been repracticing my vocals over the last month or so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What are the band's immediate music career goals?
I mean, just to do as much as we can and get to the highest levels that we can. That's why we started a band. Clear. I mean, that's not why that's why you're in a band, is you want to have success. But obviously the artistic expression is something else to us. But as far as, you know, career or business goals, to use like a weird word with metal, yeah, I mean, why would we want to stay small? We want to get as big as we can, do as much touring as we can, get some good support slots, and then hopefully build up a headliner tour reputation.
Cool, man. Just so you know, this next one's a good one. Might get you laughing a little bit in places. Please give us some vocal tips or advice for starting out vocalists.
It's hard to really give advice. I mean, I've been singing in bands for 20 years. My vocals have changed, you know, greatly since I was 13, now 33. So it's just something that you have to feel inside. Um, Discover what your own voice is capable of. Don't try to force anything. You know, my vocals are pretty different in the realm of black or death metal. They don't really sound like the typical vocalist for those styles. I've found my own voice, and it's pretty discernible, and you can decipher what I'm saying a bit more than typical singers, and that's sort of on purpose in a way.
Okay, I guess yeah. And just so you know, as a proof of a vocalist myself.
Yeah, more deep.
Yep. I also got highs, I do too, but I won't do those today. Please, what could a band do to better promote themselves?
I mean, I think just look at the opportunities that present themselves in the modern world. I mean, we have basically everything at our fingertips. You got to adapt. It's just the way of the world. It's, you know, first it was MySpace, and then it was Facebook. Now it's Instagram. You just got to keep up with those things. And I would say choose a strong graphical concept, and choose strong graphic elements to promote the band, and try to get a good graphic designer to do, you know, to help you with posts and flyers and the, you know, the cover design and all of that stuff, I think is all important.
What social media outlets can the band be reached on?
Basically all of it. Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, those are the main ones.
Okay. This next one is an unexpected one. I added last minute. You just streamed the album today, May 23rd, in its entirety on Black Metal Promotions. How did this come about?
Our press girl at the label hooked it up, and yeah, so far it was all positive comments and positive feedback, so it's going well.
Hey, awesome, because I was working with Katie before Will took over, and she was a great person to me, man.
Yeah, she's awesome. Did a lot of work for us.
With Black Flame Eternal coming up May 26th, 2023, where can it be pre-ordered or purchased?
Well, I mean, the Season of Mist website for Europe and America is probably the main place, and then also Bandcamp, and then it'll be in most of the local record stores that sell, extreme metal.
Okay, and before we get out of here with two more for the interview, I'm gonna let you know I have had a blast talking to you today, and thanks to Will and Katie and the people at Seasons of Mist in total for setting up this interview today. I also wanted to let you know that you guys are absolutely sick and amazing, and I appreciate you guys. I hope you eventually come up to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada for a show, buddy.
Yeah, will do. Thanks. Appreciate the interview.
The second last question of the interview is, do you have a YouTube channel? And if so, what media can be found on it?
No, we don't have a YouTube channel, but all of our stuff is hosted through the Season of Mist YouTube.
Okay. What new band news do you have on the Cloak front? Is there anything we haven't covered so far in this interview?
Well, we got shows coming up. We're playing Hell in the Harbor this weekend in Baltimore, and then we're doing a show in Raleigh on the way there this Thursday on the 25th. The album's out on the 26th. And then we have some shows going out to Texas for Oblivion Festival. We're playing Mobile, New Orleans, Austin, and Houston. And then we're playing Puerto Rico in early August. And all this can be found on our social media, obviously. And then we just signed on for our longest and biggest US tour and Canada tour this September, and that will be announced shortly. So you may be in luck. We may be coming to where you are. And yeah, just be on the lookout for that one. It's going to be a good package.
Okay, right on. And that leads us now to the two station IDs I need for the radio station, if you're cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is, hey, this is Scott from Cloak, and you're listening to Mangled Music Radio.
Hey, this is Scott from Cloak, and you're listening to Mangled Music Radio.
And the second one's for Craig's Metal Storm. You can come up with whatever you want in that one.
Hey, this is Scott from Cloak, and you're listening to Craig's Metal Storm.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time, man. Thank you very much for the interview.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I had a real blast talking to you. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.